Good afternoon, everyone. By virtue of the powers vested in me, I now constitute this meeting as a lawful congregation of the University of Johannesburg. Please be seated.
So that's our internationally acclaimed, award-winning UJ choir. Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Chancellor, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences, Professor Enitemani, members of Senate academics, graduates. Guests, on behalf of the Council, the Executive Leadership Group, and the staff of the University of Johannesburg, I welcome you all. I welcome our graduates and you, our special guests, to this graduation ceremony this evening. Today is a momentous occasion for you graduates, and of course for your loved ones. It is the culmination of a long and often difficult but valuable journey. Graduations symbolize both endings and beginnings, reminding us of our past and our dreams for the future. Your achievement is worthy of celebration, regardless of where you are and what the future holds for you. Our Chancellor, Dr. Phumzile Mlambo-Ngcuka, has on various occasions reflected on the transformative power of education in creating opportunities, in advancing gender equality, and in furthering societal development. In the context of our nation, your accomplishment carries considerable weight. Many of you are first-generation graduates. And so making this achievement even more significant. Your graduation represents the dreams of many, including those who have walked this journey with you, those who are present here today, and those who have cheered you on elsewhere. It symbolizes hope for a new generation. The University of Johannesburg, established in 2005 as part of the post-apartheid transformation of the South African higher education landscape, has emerged as a beacon of academic excellence and innovation, ladies and gentlemen. In just 2 decades, our university has achieved remarkable milestones, including securing prominent positions in global university rankings, a testament to our commitment to quality education and research. With an unwavering focus on shaping a better future, UJ has adopted its Strategic Plan 2035, which emphasizes societal impact and the integration of technologies for the future. This visionary approach underscores the university's dedication to driving sustainable development and equipping graduates to thrive in a rapidly evolving world. So, amid today's celebrations, graduates, please remember that you are among the fortunate few to have this opportunity. Your graduation carries the promise that you will share your knowledge to enrich and deepen our democracy. It serves as a reminder of our nation's shortcomings, but it also provides us with the tools to address these shortcomings for the betterment of society. Our university, ladies and gentlemen, has been leading in the field of digital transformation. UJ was the first South African university to award digital certificates secured by blockchain technology. So graduates, you will have access to our digital certificate system where you can download your digital certificate free of charge. The system will further give you access to a personalized digital badge that you can place on your LinkedIn profile to securely showcase your achievement. We also welcome you as a new member of our global alumni community. Please do join our Alumni Connect. On the platform, you can connect with other graduates. You can view opportunities for employment offerings. And importantly, you can also connect with possible mentors. I want to close off with an African proverb that goes, wealth, if you use it, comes to an end. But learning, if you use it, increases. So congratulations once again on this significant achievement. We look forward to cheering you along as you explore new paths and vistas. I thank you. Ngiyaleboga, ngiyabonga, bayadanke. Chancellor, I now request the Executive Dean, Professor Eni Temane, to introduce the Faculty of Health Sciences and thereafter the candidates who have complied with all the requirements for the respective qualifications.
Chancellor, still looking for my... Chancellor, I now have the honor of introducing the Faculty of Health Sciences. Today, we not only recognize the remarkable and outstanding achievements, academic achievements of our undergraduates and postgraduates, but we celebrate them too. We also celebrate our university for becoming 20 years. Within the Faculty of Health Sciences, we continue to offer learners a preferred learning experience with real-life skills practiced in our on-site health training center and in other accredited off-campus and community-centered clinics. Faculty members are recognized for their expertise and serve on provincial, national, and international advisory committees, as well as a number forming part of regulatory boards and committees at the HPCSA, AHPCSA, and the South African Nursing Council. Within the Faculty of Health Sciences, we have gone beyond imagining. We have not only raised the bar, but raised UJ's fourth industrial revolution 4IR profile. This is reinforced by our investment in teaching and learning infrastructure and technologies for the future. Some of you may have been trained in our immersive interprofessional clinical simulation training laboratory and professional clinical practice infrastructure that no doubt competes with private sector with specialized services and expertise. We've taken the future of health sciences a step further by implementing augmented and virtual reality gamification to enhance learning and 3D imaging and printing. Further to enhancing the research objectives of the university, our researchers contribute to the fields of science and technology in their work, impacts on the quality of life of all South Africans. Currently, our faculty is the home to 5 research centers, which include Biomedical Engineering and Healthcare Technology Research Center, whose vision speaks to research in biomedical engineering, health, innovation, healthcare technology, and mHealth. The South African Research Chairs Initiative allocation of a chair in the domain of Laser Research Center in health speaks volumes about the importance of this work nationally and internationally. Our Water Health Research Center features an important area of research in the faculty with innovative products being developed for evaluating water quality. The South African Medical Research Council, University of Johannesburg Pan-African Center for Epidemics Research Extramural Unit focuses on conducting cutting-edge epidemiological and public health research aimed at understanding and responding equitably and effectively to local epidemics. We also host the first Olympic Study Center on the continent of one of the only worldwide which provides a vision of being a research leader in driving a decolonizing agenda featuring sport for development and peace in the African context. In line with the university's strategic objectives, the faculty drives sustainable and relevant community development projects, and various programs are involved in sustainable social investment and community outreach programs. Also, our clinical training within our qualifications expands and exposes our students to the challenges faced in health in our communities. Graduates, we established the Faculty of Health Sciences Alumni Group in 2022. You are now our alumni. Beyond monetary donations, as part of alumni, you can make a significant contribution through mentorship of our current student, investment of time by being part of discussion groups through engagement platforms, and shared networking where staff, students, and alumni can share ideas and collaborate. We encourage you to give back by giving time. In conclusion, while we remain invested in the development of future healthcare graduates, we also remain committed towards shaping active citizenship and developing the healthcare professions. We call on you to make an impactful contribution to the future of healthcare in Gauteng province and in South Africa, on the continent and beyond. The Faculty of Health Sciences congratulates all our graduates with a significant achievement today. Ke a leboga, baie dankie. Thank you. Chancellor, I now introduce to you the candidates who complied with all the requirements for the respective qualifications in order for you to confer or award such qualifications.
By virtue of the powers vested in me, I will now confer and award the respective qualifications on the candidates introduced to me by the Executive Dean and to the candidates who are absent but who have complied with all the requirements for the qualifications.
Chancellor, I'm honored to request you to award high certificate to the following candidates. Undaralo Kale. Slindoguhle Kollega Kumalo. Manyoni Siyanda Selbon. Nyaisela Tapelo Juice. Londiwe Pride Nkosi. Renee Orange. Swartz Nazarene Venusha. Nkolisi Vilagazi. Chancellor, I'm honored to request you to award the diploma to the following candidates. Opa Nwanakoro Rakalakane. Ayabonga Siga. Chancellor, I'm honored to request you to confer the bachelor's degree to the following candidates. Kolofelo Apani. Kasim Malia with distinction. Mutipane Justin Chabalala. Matato Dinala. Kelevoja Lara Duplessis. Hlatshwayo Zipozonke. Ketiwe Mandisa Jali. Mariam Khan. Nkateko Tonia Kubayi. Thank you. Sisanda Shamain Kubayi. Pumzile Rose Lungwati. Samukelisiwe Lutuli. Look at the camera. Rorisang Maboa. Neo Brigette Makue. Onalina Blessing Makwati. Noko Malachi. Mushudi Mangena. Sipo Manjingolo. Tulisiwe Tolakele Masondo. Makubu Katleho Matlala. Fortune Langutani Mkata. Matlou Dineo Petunia Muloto. Nasia Musa with distinction. Pulosho Lucas Mutibi. Sumaya Nekeda. Jabulile Ndlovu. Kundobili Ndovu. Tenyeko Jennifer Ngobeni. Valentine Anesu Njegarai. Odere Nyewetalo Nkuna. Onele Ntunja. Yasin Pahat. Zahira Bashir Patel. Rorisang Pula. Sumaya Sudwala with distinction. Tasfia Said with distinction. Congratulations. Karin Shumares with distinction. Hello. Luandile Siyabonga Skosana. Togozie Sylvia Skosana. Sophia Suleiman with distinction. Congratulations. Zara Wadi with distinction. Chancellor, I'm honored to request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Health Sciences to the following candidates. Matthew John Conlin. Daniela Kruse. Melisutabi Somatendra. S. Antonio Omoregi. Amy Pace. Dipuo Anike Tlhole. Chancellor, I'm honored to request you to confer the postgraduate diploma to the following candidates. Gavaza Prudence Baloyi. Joni Vukeya. Pride Vukeya. Nokuphiwa Noxolo Dlamini. Keketso Priscilla Nkgokgang. Nontobeko Success Tlatrayo. Botlhale Raisibe Lishilo. Pumza Lunika. Bonisile Mahlangu. Kgotsofatso Mahlangu. Nolutando Sizagele Bianca Mahlangu. Machilita Makato. Shale Audrey Malachi. Retabile Mapeto. Nosindiso Machalilanga. Sindisiwe Fortunate Mazibuko. Begumuntu Sanele Mbata. Jack Matume Mehali with distinction. Shovolani Lillian Mkondelele. Ofense Komotso Mokwetsi. Ntabiseng Emission Mokola. Ra leboga. Ke a leboga. Disebo Innocentia Mokwena. Mamela Munyepao. Murendeni Mudau. Gladys Mukwati. Vuyani Jessica Mukwevu. Tivuluani Confidence Museja. Kanyisile Ndlovu. Zuzile Zetembe Ndlangisa. Jacob Ntite. Maite Fortunate Ramudike. Happiness Precious Sabina. Katlejo Innocentia Simetsa. Zamakhuze ongeziwe zinezizonke Sinkenjana. Kutsise Shorol Tladi. Livelani Constant Chifango. Anna Claire Tyson. Polani Kulu. Sure, thank you. Chancellor, I'm now honored to request you to confer degree masters to the following candidates. Merusha Babulal in Masters of Public Health with distinction. Chancellor, today we also take honor in awarding Merusha Babulal with the Chancellor's Medal for the most meritorious master study in the Faculty of Health Sciences for the academic year 2024. You are requested to present the medal. Tindayashi Berejana. Rasha Mohammed Musa Hussein Elisai with distinction. Chancellor, the next candidate is one of our member for staff, Mohammed Yassin Hoki. Wakeba Koriniele Keba. Debohoy Ephraim Likutla with distinction. Senzi Happiness Lukele with distinction. Precious Nomfundo Mathalela with distinction. Lien Malishiwane Maimani. Leah Maleshwani Maimani. Kokong Mazwi with distinction. Sheila Margaret McClune. Chancellor, this is one of also our staff members in the Faculty of Health Sciences, Spepiso Evans Mhlope with distinction. Matsidiso Patricia Mkwanazi. Matlou Oma Muloisi with distinction. Vanessa Diamike Msoloba with distinction. Kabangile Nozipho Mtshali. Nonhlanhla Tryphon Ngwabi with distinction. Shadrach Paseka Ntebe. Brian Mzwake Shezi. Bongiwe Nomcebo Sibanze. Sibongumunzi Nganele, I've practiced this. Sibongumunzi Nganele Sitole. Nganele, thank you. Lena Mabefo Stofile. Matsidi Sotonyani with distinction. Tulile Zondo. Chancellor, I'm honored to request you to confer the degree of Master of Health Sciences to the following candidates. Nompumelelo Victoria Butelezi. Lindoguhle Hadebe with distinction. Notando Kutai Mazamba. Nomsa Matlangu. Nkosini Malinga with distinction. Nontlantla Fortunate Mhlongo with distinction. Zendis Faith Mnisi with distinction. Motebang Theodora Musala. Diveni Elijah Muluvetsi. Tinda Mudzimu Mutubaini. Lufuno Gracious Nemakavani with distinction. Precious Winter Rose Gugu Ngosi. Sine Gugu Portia Nzunza. Shanta Pediace. Ramoji Thomas Pekunyane. Audrey Ntlantla Powe. Divu Ramova with distinction. Tandegile Vunolia Rumeko. Brigitte N. Walsh. Chancellor, I'm honored to request you to confer the degree Master of Nursing Science to the following candidates. Chancellor, please note this is one of our staff members at DFC. Megan Kamalita Abels. Simenati Precious Bilankulu. Sifiso Dlamini. Rowan Jagat. Neo Kakau with distinction. Siyabonga, Nyabonga, Ralewoha. Nontutuku, Zamamshe, Fezile, Mkwanazi with distinction. Basetsana Agnes Munaisa. Tabisa Dababambi Keleboha. Tabisa Dababambi. Tembile Precious Ndlovu. Nyabonga. Zizipo Nomkonde with distinction. Linky Tatechi. Dieketseng Tebe. Yeleboha, Chancellor, I'm honored to request you to confer the degree Doctor of Nursing Science to the following candidates. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting Simangele Leti Linda, who has complied with all the requirements for the degree Doctor of Nursing Science in Psychiatric Nursing Science, with a thesis entitled Strategies to Facilitate the Mental Health of Students in a Higher Education Institution, prepared under the supervision of Prof. N. Ndlovu and myself, co-supervision, Prof. M.A. Timane. I now request the supervisor to read out an abstract.
Chancellor, mental health challenges among higher education institution students have become an area of concern. The suicide attempt rates in this population are high, and the mental health practitioners struggle to cope with the rise in demands from students seeking mental health services. The purpose of the study was to develop strategies to facilitate the mental health of students in a higher education institution. Individual interviews were conducted with students and mental health practitioners working and studying at a higher education institution. The central concept that was identified from the data was facilitation of holistic mental health services of students. A conceptual framework and strategies to facilitate the mental health of students in a higher education institution were developed based on the central concept. The contribution of this thesis was the development of the conceptual framework and strategies to facilitate the mental health of students in a higher education institution.
Chancellor, I now request you to confer the degree Doctor of Nursing Science in Psychiatric Nursing Science on this candidate.
Doctor, you can kneel. By virtue of the powers vested in me, I now confer the degree Doctor of Nursing Science in Psychiatric Nursing Science on Simangile Leti Linda.
Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting Tlasana Velemina Molala, who has complied with all the requirements for the degree Doctor of Nursing Science in Professional Nursing Science, with a thesis entitled A Model to Facilitate Professional Nurses' Holistic Care of COVID-19 Patients in Private Hospitals in Gauteng, prepared under the supervision of Prof. C. Downing. I now request the supervisor to read out an abstract of the study.
Her study explored the lived experience of ICU professional nurses caring for COVID-19 patients in private hospitals in Gauteng, South Africa, highlighting the pandemic's immense physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual toll. It identified three key themes: the abrupt transition to pandemic care, isolation from family and management, and gratitude for teamwork and learning. Grounded in qualitative phenomenological research, the study culminated in a model to facilitate nurses' holistic self-care. The model's development followed a theory-generating approach, ensuring its applicability in future crises. The findings underscore the urgent need for policies and clinical resource organizations dedicated to the nurses' well-being, akin to the American Holistic Nurses Association. This study amplified nurses' voices advocating for institutional changes to safeguard their holistic health, enhance job satisfaction, and strengthen pandemic preparedness. The model serves as a vital framework for sustaining nurses' well-being and elevating healthcare outcomes in South Africa.
Chancellor, I now request you to confer the degree Doctor of Nursing Science in Professional Nursing Science on this candidate.
By virtue of the powers vested in me, I now confer the degree Doctor of Nursing Science in Professional Nursing Science on Ntlashana Valamina Molala. Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting Tekla Shipahau Natangwenge Shindi Mbidi, who has complied with all the requirements for the degree Doctor of Nursing Science in Professional Nursing Science, with a thesis entitled A Professional Ethics Educational Program for Midwives in the Promotion of Respectful Maternity Care in Namibia, prepared under the supervision of Prof. C. Downing and myself, Prof. M.A. Timani, and now request the supervisor to read out the abstract of the study.
Chancellor. Her current research focus on respect for maternity care, RMC, which applies human rights principles to ensure that all women and their newborns receive high quality and compassionate care throughout pregnancy, childbirth, and the postpartum period. In Namibia, the literature highlights that negative midwife attitudes and mistreatment deter women from choosing facility-based deliveries, affecting maternal health outcomes and trust in the public health services. Tekla's study aimed to develop, implement, and evaluate a professional ethics educational program for midwives to promote RMC in Namibia. Over 5 phases, the study resulted in the development and implementation of this training program and practice guidelines equipping midwives with knowledge and skills to uphold and promote RMC practices and standards.
Chancellor, I now request you to confer the degree Doctor of Nursing Science in Professional Nursing Science on this candidate.
By virtue of the powers vested in me, I now confer the degree Doctor of Nursing Science in Professional Nursing Science on Tekla Shipau Natangwe Shindi Mbidi.
Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting Fikile Lutando Zwane, who has complied with all the requirements for the degree Doctor of Nursing Science in Psychiatric Nursing Science, with a thesis entitled A Psychosocial Support Program for Family Caregivers to Manage Experienced Violence from their relatives living with a chronic mental illness in Manzini district of Eswatini, prepared under the supervision of myself, Prof. M.A. Temane, and co-supervision of Prof. M. Pegunpu. I will now read the abstract of the study. The purpose of the study was to develop, implement, and evaluate psychosocial support program for family caregivers to manage experienced violence from their relatives living with a chronic mental illness. The research study was conducted over 3 phases, using a qualitative, exploratory, descriptive, phenomenological, and contextual design. In phase 1, a conceptual framework was developed based on the findings of the researcher's master's project. In phase 2, a psychosocial support program for family caregivers to manage experienced violence from their relatives living with a chronic mental illness was established. The psychosocial support program was implemented and evaluated in phase 3 with purposefully selected family caregivers to manage experienced violence from their relatives living with a chronic mental illness. A significant contribution of the study to the psychiatric nursing is a developed conceptual framework and a psychosocial support program to assist family caregivers in managing experienced violence from their relatives living with a chronic mental illness. Chancellor, I now request you to confer the degree Doctor of Nursing Science in Psychiatric Nursing Science on this candidate.
By virtue of the powers vested in me, I now confer the degree Doctor of Nursing Science in Psychiatric Nursing Science on Fikile Lotando Zwane. Congratulations, Doctor.
Thank you. Chancellor, I'm honored to request you to confer the degree of philosophy to the following candidate. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting Alexander Chota, who has complied with all the requirements for the degree PhD Health Sciences in Biomedical Sciences with a thesis entitled Green Synthesized Nanoparticles Loaded with Photosynthesizer for Enhanced Photodynamic Therapeutic Efficacy Against Brain Cancer Cells, prepared under the supervision of Prof. PBA George and co-supervision of Prof. H. Abramse. I now request the supervisor to read out an abstract of the study.
Chancellor, Alexander Chota's doctoral research focused on designing and synthesizing a biocompatible nanoparticle drug delivery platform. This platform consists of green synthesized silver nanoparticles and zinc thiocyanin tetrasulfonic acid photosensitizer loaded onto liposomes through thin film biohydration method. The study improved the delivery of nanoparticles and photosensitizer into MCF7 breast cancer cells. This process resulted in a nanocomplex exhibiting both chemotoxic and phototoxic effects. The nanocomplex demonstrated enhanced photodynamic therapeutic efficacy against the breast cancer cells by triggering activation of apoptotic proteins leading to mitochondrial cell death pathways. This research opens new avenues for developing advanced drug delivery platforms incorporating plant-derived bioactive compounds and other targeting moieties. This study resulted in 11 publications, including 8 journal articles, 2 accredited conference proceedings, and 1 book chapter. And Alexander Chota also presented his research outcomes at 6 national and 6 international conferences.
Chancellor, I now request you to confer the degree PhD Health Sciences in Biomedical Sciences on this candidate.
By virtue of the powers vested in me, I now confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Sciences on Alexander Chota. Congratulations, Doctor. Very well done.
Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting Daniela Rodriguez da Silva, who has complied with all the requirements for the degree PhD Health Sciences in Biomedical Sciences with a thesis entitled Bioengineering Bone Tissue from Differentiated Adipose-Derived Mesenchymal Stem Cells using 3-dimensional cell culture and photobiomodulation, prepared under the supervision of Prof. H. Abramse and co-supervision of Dr. Aim Kraus. I now request the supervisor to read out an abstract of the study.
Chancellor, Daniela De Silva's doctoral research project titled Bioengineering Bone Tissue from Differentiated Adipose-Derived Mesenchymal Stem Cells using 3D cell culture and photobiomodulation, introduced a novel approach to enhance bone tissue engineering. This in vitro study investigated the effects of osteogenic differentiation induction, dextran hydrogel matrices, and photobiomodulation with specific wavelengths and fluencies on adipose-derived mesenchymal stem cell differentiation into osteoblasts. The findings demonstrated that photobiomodulation significantly promoted osteogenic differentiation, enhancing cell proliferation and osteoblast-like maturation. This research offers valuable insights into optimizing photobiomodulation protocols within a hydrogen matrix for bone tissue engineering and regenerative medicine, bridging the gap between in vitro and in vivo studies. The study resulted in 5 internationally accredited peer-reviewed journal publications and presentations at various local and international conferences, where the candidate also received 4 awards for her contributions to the field.
Chancellor, I now request you to confer the degree PhD Health Sciences in Biomedical Sciences on this candidate. Congratulations.
By virtue of the powers vested in me, I now confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Sciences on Daniela Rodriguez de Silva.
Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting Gloria Carr, who has complied with all the requirements for the degree PhD Health Sciences in Biomedical Sciences with a thesis entitled Photodynamic Therapy of Lung Cancer and Lung Cancer Stem Cells Using a Plant-Based Photosynthesizer and Silver Nanoparticle Conjugates, prepared under the supervision of Dr. R. Chandran and co-supervision of Prof. H. Abramse. I now request the supervisor to read an abstract of the study.
In Glory Carr's PhD thesis titled Photodynamic Therapy of Lung Cancer and Lung Cancer Stem Cells Using a Plant-Based Photosensitizer and Silver Nanoparticle Conjugates, she developed a novel photoactive drug, curcumin nanosilver conjugate, containing curcumin and silver nanoparticles by utilizing a cost-efficient green nanotechnology method to eradicate lung cancer and its stem cells using photodynamic therapy. The findings confirmed that the curcumin nanosilver conjugate was effective as a PDT photosensitizer, exhibiting improved subcellular bioavailability and photodamaging effects compared to free curcumin. This study proposes a novel therapeutic technique for treating lung cancer by modifying plant-based light-activated drugs through cutting-edge technology to improve their anti-cancer potential. Gloria has published 5 articles based on her doctoral research, original articles, and conference proceedings in internationally accredited peer-reviewed journals. She has presented her research finding at local and international conferences and was awarded the University of Johannesburg GS Doctoral Scholarship for her PhD research and the UJ Merit Bursary.
Chancellor, I now request you to confer the degree PhD Health Sciences in Biomedical Sciences on this candidate.
I now confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Sciences on Glory Carr. Congratulations, Doctor. Proud of you.
Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting Patricia Adrina Kwasintwanete, who has complied with all the requirements for the degree PhD Health Sciences in Biomedical Sciences, with a thesis entitled Impact of Photobiomodulation at 830 nm on the PI3K/AKT mTOR signaling pathway in a diabetic wounded cell model, prepared under the supervision of Prof. N. Harold and co-supervision of Dr. S.S.D. Philip Kumar. I now request the supervisor to read out an abstract of the study.
Diabetes mellitus is one of the top 3 non-communicable diseases in South Africa and is known to be a major contributor to non-traumatic lower limb amputation and premature death. The candidate's doctoral research project titled Impact of Photobiomodulation at 830 nanometers on the PI3K/AKT mTOR signaling pathway in diabetic wounded cell models investigated the effects of low-powered near-infrared laser light on wound healing. Using an in vitro wounded fibroblast cell model, various biochemical and molecular techniques were applied. Ms. Kazawanjete's study found that photobiomodulation at 830 nanometers accelerated healing under diabetic conditions by enhancing cellular migration and proliferation. Unlike other studies using red light, this effect was not due to the activation of the PI3K/AKT mTOR pathway. The research demonstrated that photobiomodulation at different wavelengths involves distinct underlying molecular mechanisms and does not always activate the same cellular signaling pathways.
Chancellor, I now request you to confer the degree PhD Health Sciences in Biomedical Sciences on this candidate.
By virtue of the powers vested in me, I now confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Sciences on Patricia Andrina Kasawanchete. Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting Sipesihle Siamukela Masemula, who has complied with all the requirements for the degree PhD Health Sciences in Environmental Health, with a thesis entitled An Evaluation of the Environmental Health Information System in Municipalities in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa, and the design of a digital model, prepared under the supervision of Dr. M.F. Senekane and co-supervision of Prof. N. Naker. I now request the supervisor to read out an abstract of the study.
Chancellor, South Africa is currently facing complex environmental health challenges which require a data science approach for innovative and holistic solutions. As a result, Sipesihle Masimula saw a need for South Africa's environmental health information system to be evaluated and for a framework for digital transformation to be developed. This study found that this system needs to be strengthened and modernized to maximize its ability to inform decision-making and guide public health action to protect human health against environmental hazards. Areas of concern included the over-reliance on paper-based data management systems, duplication of work processes, capacity building, quality assurance, and data management support. The findings of this study also demonstrated the power of data-driven insights. As an intervention, a framework was developed to provide a roadmap for digitalization and maximize data utilization to enable environmental health intelligence, enhance the delivery of environmental health services, and strengthen the health system for better health outcomes.
Chancellor, I now request you to confer the degree PhD Health Sciences in Environmental Health on this candidate. Congratulations.
By virtue of the powers vested in me, I now confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Health on Sipesihle Siamukela Masimula. Congratulations, Doctor.
Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting Yvonne Mofsha, who has complied with all the requirements for the degree PhD Health Sciences in Human Physiology, with a thesis entitled The Neuroprotective Effects of Pituitary afra in Adult Male Diabetic Sprout Dowley Rats, prepared under the supervision of Prof. Titi Nyakunja and Prof. S. Nala and Prof. Pinko Mozepi. I now request the supervisor to read out an abstract of the study.
Chancellor. Ms. Mosha's thesis investigated the neuroprotective potential of Potylocaria afra, a South African medicinal plant, against diabetes-induced brain damage. Using a streptozotocin-induced diabetic rat model, the study compared the effects of P. afra extract to metformin and non-diabetic controls. Biochemical analysis showed that P. afra enhanced antioxidant defenses and reduced neuroinflammation. Histological examination indicated improved neuronal integrity in the hippocampus and cortex. The findings suggest that oral administration of crude aqueous P. afra leaf extract offers potential health benefit against diabetes-related neurodegenerative damage. The study not only advances our understanding of P. afra's therapeutic capabilities, but also contributes to our understanding of the plant-based therapeutics for diabetes-related brain health. Ms. Mosha presented her work at the 2023 International Brain Research Organization World Congress in Spain and has published her findings in the journal EBRO Neuroscience Reports in 2023 and Scientific African in 2024.
Chancellor, I now request you to confer the degree PhD Health Sciences in Human Physiology on this candidate.
By virtue of the powers vested in me, I now confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Human Physiology on Yvonne Mosha. Congratulations.
Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting one of our staff members, Badidi Louisa Mokwena, who has complied with all the requirements for the degree PhD Health Sciences in Medical Imaging and Radiation Sciences, with a thesis entitled A Model to Facilitate the Mental Health of Radiation Therapy Students During their Academic Training, prepared under the supervision of Prof. K. Enrico and co-supervision of Prof. E. Duplessis. I now request the supervisor to read out an abstract of the study.
Chancellor, Louisa's research arose from a genuine concern for the mental health of radiation therapy students, leading to the development of a model to help them manage emotionally during challenging training. The study used a qualitative design based on a postmodern constructivist paradigm and the theory of health promotion in nursing. The study identified 4 key themes: positive clinical experiences, the need for mental health support, essential mental health measures to achieve professional aspirations, and strategies for implementing these measures. From these themes, a model was developed to support radiation therapy students' mental health. This model fosters a nurturing and supportive learning environment that prioritizes mental health, equipping students with tools to navigate clinical challenges, build resilience, promote academic and professional development, and ensure their well-being throughout their training.
Chancellor, I now request you to confer the degree PhD Health Sciences in Medical Imaging and Radiation Sciences on this candidate.
By virtue of the powers vested in me, I now confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Medical Imaging and Radiation Sciences on Padidi Louisa Mokoena. Congratulations, Doctor. Well done.
Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting Katutelo Vincent Mpaga, who has complied with all the requirements for the degree PhD Health Sciences in Environmental Health, with a thesis entitled Evaluating the Association Between Indoor Radon Exposure and Self-Reported Lung Cancer Risk in Residential Houses Proximal to Gold Mine Tailings in Gauteng, prepared under the supervision of Prof. P.C. Ratebe and co-supervision of Dr. W. Utembe and Dr. T. Mbonani. I now request the supervisor to read out an abstract of the study.
Chancellor, Mr. Mpaga Katutelo Vincent's doctoral research focused on indoor radon exposure in proximity to Johannesburg gold mine tailings, an area of critical concern in South Africa's environmental health landscape. His study revealed significantly elevated radon levels in dwellings near mine tailings and a concerning association with lung cancer and leukemia risk. Through a rigorous methodology and the use of advanced radon measurements and statistical analysis, he provided key insights into the health risks facing communities near mines with radioactive residues. His research has informed targeted public health interventions and contributed to a global understanding through 4 international publications in Quantal 1 journals. Mr. Mpaga has authored 4 peer-reviewed journal articles underscoring his growing impact in the field of environmental health.
Chancellor, I now request you to confer the degree PhD Health Sciences in Environmental Health on this candidate.
By virtue of the powers vested in me, I now confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Health on Katutelo Vincent Mpaga. Congratulations, Doctor.
Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting Kapembe Moape, who has complied with all the requirements for the degree PhD Health Sciences in Biomedical Sciences, with a thesis entitled Genomic Characterization of Dirogenic Escherichia coli, E. coli, isolated from under 5 children in Lusaka, Zambia, prepared under the supervision of Prof. Tiege Barnard, Prof. R. Chilingi, and Dr. C. Chisenga. I now request the supervisor to read out an abstract of the study.
Chancellor. Diarrhea remains a major health public problem in low and middle income countries, disproportionately affecting children below the age of 5. Stool samples were collected from children presenting with diarrhea and tested using standard microbiology tests and molecular platforms. A high burden of diarrhegenic E. coli was observed, highlighting the significant role of these pathogens in causing pediatric diarrhea in Zambia and identifying prevalent pathotypes and strains, including hybrid strains. These pathogens were highly resistant to routinely used antibiotics and all being multi-drug resistant. The study further investigated for the first time the cross-reactivity of the ETVAX vaccine designed for enterotoxigenic E. coli and other E. coli pathotypes using proteomic microarray. Notably, the microarray work demonstrated the vaccine's high reactivity to other pathotypes, indicating the potential for extended protection. This is a crucial finding for the sub-Saharan Africa, which is highly burdened by diarrhegenic E. coli.
Chancellor, I now request you to confer the degree PhD Health Sciences in Biomedical Sciences on this candidate.
By virtue of the powers vested in me, I now confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Sciences on Kapambwe Mwape. Congratulations, Doctor. Well done.
Sure! The graduates have spoken. Let's give them what they want. Graduates! I'm going and more the graduates. Sure! I'm not and take it. Santa Mare. Not and take it. Santa Mare. Not and take it. Santa Mare. Uboya tu. Oi, boy, boy. Not and take it. Santa Mare. Not and take it. Santa Mare. Not and take it. Oi, boy.
For a moment there, I thought health sciences students can't dance. But you proved me wrong. So thank you for that. One of my favorite moments in graduation is when there is a lull in the audience and then everyone realizes what song is playing. And when they realize, they jump up. And that's a favorite moment of mine. So for those of us who are not too familiar with the song and what it symbolizes, I thought I'll quickly just explain what it means to us here at UJ as well. I'm informed that Sana Marena is the chief's blanket. Is that correct? Now, Sana Marena is a symbol of honor, and it's a symbol of prestige and also protection. But I've also been informed by some of my colleagues that it's a blanket that is given at weddings. So I have two meanings of the blanket. For us here at UJ, it becomes a powerful metaphor for education. So we regard it as a blanket of education. And what we are saying with the blanket of education is this. We know that the road that you have traveled has not always been an easy one. And there may have been bumps on the way. But we want to recognize that you triumphed, and we are very proud of you. Can we give our graduates another round of applause? As we close today's graduation ceremony, I know what a privilege it is to address you in the functionary role of Chancellor. It has been a wonderful experience to witness our students graduate and to celebrate your achievements with you and your loved ones. You are here today because of your commitment and your hard work, but also because of the support of the people who kept you going. Your family, your friends, your loved ones, and your community have all invariably contributed towards your success. I would like the graduates to stand and please give their support system a round of applause. Thank you. To graduate is a decisive milestone that sets one on a trajectory of empowerment. I must also emphasize the Vice-Chancellor's words. This is indeed an impressive achievement. The grim truth is that many facets of our population are not afforded such opportunities. A 2021 report by the Department of Higher Education and Training indicates that just 6% of the South African population holds a degree. In our vast population, many do not make it into high school, let alone matric, while less than 70% of students who obtain a matric exemption enroll at a university. At the University of Johannesburg, we received more than 700,000 applications for only 10,900 new spaces. A similar picture is true for all other South African universities. Although we are living through uncertain times and witnessing the world around us changing, we know that we have prepared you to navigate this terrain and that you have a solid foundation upon which to build your future. We hope that you will use the knowledge acquired here to contribute towards solving societal problems and to pay it forward. When we consider what the University of Johannesburg has achieved in only 20 years as a higher education institution, I know that as graduates of this inspiring university, you will similarly go on to achieve significant milestones in your careers and in your lives. We look forward to seeing you grow professionally, intellectually, ethically, and as committed and respected global citizens. I wish to also thank our academic and support staff for the pivotal role that they have played in your journey. Without their perseverance and commitment, you would not be here today. Could we please give the staff a round of applause? Once again, congratulations on this tremendous achievement. Go out there and set an example as a graduate of this inspiring university. Be our best ambassadors and spread the word that UJ is an excellent place of learning. Remember to stay in touch by joining our alumni, and we hope to see you again when furthering your studies as an active alumni. I thank you. Ke leboga baie dankie. Ngiyabonga. You are requested to stand for the singing of the national anthem. By virtue of the powers vested in me, I now dissolve this congregation of the University of Johannesburg.
Try to